So I wanted to give a message to anybody who is addicted to drugs or anybody who has a family member that is addicted to drugs. If you have someone that you love and that you care about that's addicted to drugs and you think that it's impossible, that they'll never be clean, then I'm going to tell you that there's hope. I used to be one of the worst drug addicts. I would do heroin, I would do meth, I was doing it all. And when I was locked up, I was so addicted that whenever there was drugs, I would spend all my money, all my commissary, I would spend on drugs, on Suboxone if there was Suboxone. If there was no Suboxone, I would buy Spice. If there was no Spice, I would buy people's pills. I couldn't be sober. And when I was trying to do good, when I was trying to stay clean, I couldn't do it. If drugs came around me and somebody offered me, there was no way that I was going to say no. Them drugs had me by the balls. But now I'm clean, sober. I don't get no cravings. I don't do nothing except for smoke weed. And I puff on those vape pens, which are bad, by the way. But I still smoke them. I'm going to try to cut down off of that. But I just wanted to tell you guys, if you're addicted, there is hope. Because if I could do it, you could do it. And if you family members that have loved ones that are addicted to dope want to know how to do it, it's all about support. You got to support them. If you love them, be there for them, support them. You're the one that needs to help them stay out of those situations where there's drugs. You need to talk to them, tell them that they could do it, motivate them, help keep them clean, kind of take care of them. You could clean them up. There's hope, trust me. But the first step is the person who's addicted have to want it themselves. If they want to do it, then they can do it. First of all, you got to have a plan in place. You got to be prepared and have a plan. You got to make sure you start looking at drugs like they're disgusting. You got to make sure you start looking at how it was on the streets when you were doing bad, when you were sick, when you didn't have a shot, on a rainy day, when you had to sleep in the park, when you had to sleep in the shelter. Don't think about the good times, think about the bad times. And if you've been locked up like me, then think about that. Losing your family. If you have anything to lose, think about what you have to lose. And if you don't have nothing to lose, then all you got is your life. So focus on keeping your life and staying alive. The next important step is to make sure you try to keep yourself away from situations where there's drugs. Sometimes you might not be able to do that. Sometimes you might have cousins, aunties, uncles. Some families, I know there's drugs everywhere. Everywhere you go, I know it's just there. But you gotta just try to avoid that the best way you can. Because if you stay away from it and it stays away from you, out of sight, out of mind, eventually that lust that you have for that drug will fade away. And before you'll be like me, like, fuck that shit's nasty. Look at me now. I have a daughter, I have a wife, we have our own place, we're doing good. Set it up for Christmas. Still need to get a couch and shit, but one step at a time. Shit, this time last year, we were sleeping on the couch at my grandpa's house. Now, we got a 2-bedroom apartment, we're kicking it, and we're doing good. And if you're addicted to drugs, you could do it too. Or if you have a family member who you love and who's addicted to drugs, I'm telling you, they could do it. Trust me, it's not over. There's hope. I know it doesn't seem like it at the time. They're doing bad. They're struggling. That doesn't mean it's over though, because that's how I was. I was at the worst. You could ask anybody that knew me back in the day. Ask anybody. They'll tell you that they never thought that I would be doing good. So I just wanted to give a message of hope. Thank you for watching. I'm out.